Welcome back to Bless Your Little Narc Heart. We're the podcast where we pull back the curtain on narcissistic abuse, expose the tactics, and help survivors find their way back to themselves. I'm your host, Sarah Angel. Today's episode is one that so many survivors will recognize immediately because it answers a question many of us ask ourselves. Why do they keep pushing me? Why do they keep criticizing? Why do they keep provoking? And why do they keep picking fights? Why do they seem determined to hurt me until I finally snapped? The answer may surprise you. For many covert narcissists, your reaction isn't a side effect, it's their main goal. Today we're talking about reactive abuse, victim blaming, emotional manipulation, and how a covert narcissist creates a trap designed for you to fall into. It's like the abuse nobody sees. One of the hardest things about covert narcissistic abuse is that most of it happens where nobody else can see it. There are no witnesses, no audience, no proof, just you and them. Behind closed doors, they may criticize everything you do, constantly question your motives, twist your words, accuse you of things you never did, give silent treatments, create drama where none exists, make cruel comments disguised as jokes, constantly move the goalpost day after day, week after week, month after month, sometimes year after year. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. Each cut seems small by itself, but eventually you're bleeding emotionally. Here's something many survivors don't realize. The covert narcissist often wants you to explode. Think about that. They don't want your peace. They don't want resolution. They don't want understanding. They want a reaction. Because your reaction becomes evidence. Evidence they can use against you. If they can get you yelling, you're the problem. If they can get you crying, you're just unstable. If they can get you throwing something, you're abusive. If they can get you defending yourself emotionally, then you're crazy. The goal is simple. Push, push, push. Then point out the explosion that they created. It's called reactive abuse. A survivor spends months or years enduring manipulation, gaslighting, criticism, and emotional attacks. Eventually they break. They yell, they cry, they say something hurtful, they slam doors, they lose emotional control. Then the narcissist says, "Look at how abusive you are." But what people don't see is everything that happened before that moment. Imagine somebody poking you with a stick for three years. Then one day you grab the stick and you throw it. Everyone sees who throws a stick, but nobody saw the 3 years of poking. That's how reactive abuse works. Now, this doesn't mean every reaction is healthy, but understanding where it comes from matters. The covert narcissist's favorite disguise is often victimhood. No matter what happens, they position themselves as the wounding party. You confront them, they've hurt. You establish boundaries, they're hurt. You stop tolerating abuse, they're hurt. You leave, they're devastated. And suddenly they're telling friends, family, coworkers, anyone who will listen, how terrible you are. Many survivors say, "I felt like I was defending myself against a story that wasn't even true," because that's exactly what's happening. The narcissist isn't protecting the truth. They're protecting the image they've created. And a lot of other things they do, they go online, on social media, they play as a victim, they start crying, they get paid points, and, they don't mention all the other stuff they did years prior to that, but just the stuff that you do that looks bad, but it's only a reaction to all the bullshit they put you through. So, it's all manipulation tactics, and it's not your fault. It's how you protect yourself when dealing with the covert narcissist. Stop defending yourself constantly. Not every accusation deserves a response. Keep records, texts, emails, messages, journal entries. Documentation protects your reality. Learn emotional detachment. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Strengthen your support system because isolation feeds abuse. Connection weakens it. Trust patterns, not promises, not words, patterns. People reveal who they are repeatedly. Believe the behavior. Healing starts when you stop trying to understand why they did it and start focusing on what happened to you. Ask yourself, what boundaries do I need? What parts of myself did I lose? What dreams did I abandon? What version of me deserves to come back? Healing isn't becoming who you were before. It's becoming so much stronger because of what you survived. Piece by piece, day by day, you reclaim yourself. If today's episode taught you anything, it's this. A covert narcissist often doesn't fear your weakness. They fear your awareness. Because once you see the game, the rules change. And once you recognize the trap, you stop walking into it. And once you begin healing, they lose the power that they once had over you and your emotions. To everyone listening who's still struggling, your reaction does not tell your whole story. The worst moment of your pain is not your identity. You're more than what happened to you. You're more than what they called you. And your healing journey is proof that their version of you was never the truth. Thank you for joining me on Bless Your Little Dark Heart. I'm Sarah Angel. Next time, protect your peace, trust your instincts, and remember, the moment you stop playing their game is the moment you start winning your life back. Thank you. Bye.